I first realized that Brian was going to be going to bed when about 15 minutes ago he turned to us and said, "Guys, I think I'm going to bed."
Yeah, when I first found out Brian was going to bed, that was probably about 25 minutes ago. Um, and to be honest with you, it was pretty surprising.
I don't think I said much outwardly. I mean, of course, I wanted him to stay up a little bit later with us, but I would never impose that on him. I'd feel uncomfortable doing that. So, if Brian were to stay up later with us, I would imagine he would participate in some casual, witty banter. We might talk about some topics of general public interest. Um, Maybe even have some snacks,
Mhm.
you know?
One thing I always really like to do when I'm hanging out with Brian, especially late at night, I smoke cigarettes and he doesn't. And sometimes I'll go outside to smoke a cigarette and he'll say, "Cool, I'm coming with you." And even though he doesn't smoke, he's just the kind of guy he is. And we'll go out there. And for some reason, like conversation's a little different when you go outside as opposed to just staying inside. And there's just like something kind of different about going outside for a cigarette, um, and talking. For some reason, it's a little different. And honestly, I felt like this night was probably headed towards that direction. Like at a certain point, we were probably going to go outside, and I would smoke a cigarette, and he would like stand there and like have a conversation with me. It would have been pretty dope, but obviously that's not going to happen now because he has to go to bed.
Now that I know that Brian is going to bed, I feel a little disappointed. I feel like I'm going to have to guide my own evening to a degree that I wasn't prepared for. I was really counting on him being there for us until at least 4 or 5 in the morning, if I'm being honest. And to have him decide that he's going to bed kind of hurts. I just wasn't expecting it. And he needs to do what he needs to do, and I respect that. But I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
Right.
I feel legitimately tuckered out from having performed tonight. So I am definitely ready to go to bed. Well, I do have some professional obligations in the morning. I work at a wine bar, and I am expected to be there by 10 a.m. in a state that is conducive to the sale of a lot of wine. I do find it is easier to sell wine when one is chipper, and I can fake it. Goodness knows I can fake it. One of the best in the biz at faking a smile while selling a Cabernet. So it would be really nice to wake up tomorrow feeling refreshed from an early night's sleep in a manner that I could go to work and just bring a very positive attitude to the work. I am. I've got about 4 Z's cooking at this point. It was 4 Z's out of 10 Z's. 10 Z's being dead. I'm slightly more tired than usual, but I think it bears mentioning that the national average of Z's is roughly 5 Z's. I'm a subpar Zer. I've got low Z's.
Yeah, Brian, if you're watching this, just know I wish you'd stayed up a little bit later, but it's cool if you didn't.